Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Titans. This time we're on Season 2, Episode 6, titled Connor, presumably introducing us to Connor Kent, aka Superboy, who we were introduced to in the post-credits of Season 1. But yeah, last time we had a great episode. Last time we had a really fun episode. We had Deathstroke, and we saw Deathstroke in the present day, doing his thing, trying to influence the Titans and trying to get them to work against each other and see how they work, see who leads, who follows, culling the herd, all that good classic villain stuff. But he and Dr. Light had kidnapped Jason, and he was using him as a bait and using him to lure the Titans out and to get them to screw up somehow. But what he did the most was actually setting them against each other, pitting them against each other, and making this is just seeing who would actually follow who would come up with what mindset, what would actually happen. And since they had Rose in their custody, he also wanted Rose back. He wanted to make that trade of Jason for Rose because he didn't want her running with his sworn enemies. So that was fun. And then he killed Dr. Light, took out Jason's tracker, and then stuck it in him, and then sent him after them as a little gift. So that happened, and then they hatched one final plan. Corey came along, and she proved herself as pretty much the heart and soul of the team. She kept everyone together, kept everyone, from turning into monsters, kept them all on the right track, and even stuck around to help Rachel with her powers thing. She had some issues with her powers. She injured Gar very minorly, and basically killed Rose, breaking almost every bone in her body. And stuff like that. So her powers are kind of going out of control, and she explored that a little bit. Explained that ever since Trigon had been banished again, rebanished by her powers felt a little weird and like a little out of place than they used to be. So Corey kind of shared her own kind of story of empathy and stuff. So that was cool. But yeah, we had Corey and Dick versus Deathstroke right at the very end, as he had Jason in a kind of booby trap on the edge of a skyscraper. So that was a cool fight scene, but then he still set the bomb off, and then the ledge went off, and then Jason was hanging on for dear life, and he still slipped, and it was a great big tense moment, and then a cutaway right there. So yeah, I think I've heard that shows the season's been out for quite a while now, but I've heard that a common theory back then was that Connor would actually come fly. Or people hoped that's how Connor would be introduced, like, oh, maybe he just come flying in. I thought maybe, Gar would turn into like a bird, go from a tiger to a bird, or Corey would practice how to fly, or Rachel would come in on her wings and actually save him instead of just having him like a chokehold in the air like she did a couple of episodes ago. But I think it would be a great way to bring Connor in. I think it would actually be pretty cool way. Just have a Kryptonian just flying in out of nowhere, rescuing Jason, and then the team is introduced to their very first Kryptonian. So the Justice League have Superman and the Titans have Superboy. It makes sense. It works out. So yeah, I don't know. We did have like a chopper coming in. I'm still questioning that. I was questioning it back then. I'm still questioning it now. I don't know what that chopper's there for. I don't know if that's something to do with Connor. But a helicopter flew in with its lights flashing everywhere and everything, and they seem to have eyes on Jason. But I don't know if they were there because of Deathstroke or the Titans, or if they were there because of something else. I mean, thingy we saw in the post credits. Connor was subject 13. Was it 13? I don't know. He was subject something, or subject like some kind of scientific number. And he escaped. He broke out of his cell, and then he broke Krypto out too. I want to see Krypto. I want to see Krypto more than anything. We've had plenty of super people in the media over the years, and as excited I am as to see Superboy, I want to see my Superdog. I remember growing up on several episodes of Krypto the Superdog. It was an amazing show, an amazing cartoon. So I want to see my live action Krypto. I want to see my goodest Kryptonian boy coming to life on the TV screen in live action. I want to see him in action. So I want to see Krypto. So yeah, but Connor's cool too. Connor's great too. So it'll be great to see. It'll be great to be introduced to them both and see exactly how they join the team and how they help out the team. Knowing the writers of the show, that's probably how it's going to happen. Connor is literally going to fly in out of nowhere, catch Jason in midair, and then it's going to be like a whole thing from there. And then they're going to have to deal with Cadmus too, because he escaped from Cadmus. It's going to be a whole thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got from the last episode. So Jason is falling in midair. Dick is screaming after him. The others doing God knows what. And there's a chopper. So, yeah. Anyway, episode 6, Connor. If you guys want the full-length reaction to this episode, this will be the highlights reel. So if you guys want the full-length reaction, that'll be over on Patreon, so you can go check that over there. But, yeah, that is it. So, episode 6, Connor. Let's go.
A better future! Tomorrow!
Well, damn. Ain't no tomorrow for that guy. Oh, the Daily Planet. I saw the Daily Planet.
Ready, boy?
Mercy Graves.
Oh,
That's
this is
the
Mercy
specialist
Graves.
Yeah.
Oh, Luther. Oh,
Miss
okay.
Graves.
Even the people he meets will have an effect on his future behavior.
Let's hope he runs into the Titans then. Let's hope he meets the Titans. Okay, Connor, you might want to be careful, buddy boy. Connor, you... yeah, soak in some of that radiation. Soak in that yellow sun radiation. Oh, a super shirt. A super shirt, yeah. Oh, he's seen that symbol before. He has it on his shoulder. Yeah. You're gonna have to pay for that though, dude. Connor, you're gonna have to pay for that.
Hey! What's the matter with you?
Oh.
I'm sorry, it was an accident. Take it easy.
Whoa.
If you want the shirt, it costs money.
What was that flashback?
What memories? He's been alive for all of 10 hours.
Due to the DNA cloning process, he might have epigenetic memories,
Yeah,
actual
implanted.
memories from the lives of the two men who made him.
Two
Some of those
men.
memories might be pleasant, others
Okay.
less so.
Oh yeah, that's my Superboy.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. He was trying to steal my money and I...
You have money?
Okay.
Oh
Yes.
damn! Now he's gonna rob her. Oh no, he's gonna rob her.
Can I have your money?
Oh, oh my god.
Don't hurt me.
Oh jeez. Oh god, Connor, no. No, you asked for a little bit. You asked for enough for the shirt. Jesus. Is she Eve Tesmarker? Okay, it's stuck in my head. I want to know because she's Eve. Her first name is Eve. Is she Tesmarker though?
Day and night. No partner, no kids. Not even a dog. It's been your
Where'd
one
they get
true
Krypto
love.
from then? Did they clone
Now
him
after all
too?
that sacrifice, you're telling me you don't want to meet him?
Oh, you got the shirt. You got the shirt. I hope he gave her the purse back. Yeah, that looks cool. That's good. That's cool. Krypto. My love for Krypto might just be on par with my love for Baby Yoda. It might just be. Wheatfields. Clark. Clark. Yeah, Superman. Clark. Is that one of the men he's cloned from? Is that Lois? Is that Lois? Is that the Kent farm? Tell me that's the Kent
Come on,
farm.
Krypto, this is it.
He found it. No, this is... What is he doing at the Luther place? Oh, he probably doesn't know this is the Luther place. Wait, how did the Luthers get this place?
That sounds like the old Kent place a few miles down the road.
Oh, this is the
Clark.
wrong house.
That's right, Clark Kent. He was a friend of my son Alexander's.
Oh,
Well,
this is his
he was
dad.
always Alexander to me. I used to say to
Is that
him,
Lena?
Alexander,
Is that Lena? On the
friends
right.
are harder to come by.
That has to be Lena. That has to be Lena.
It was an accident.
It happens more and more nowadays.
Oh, jeez. Wait. No.
I love this little town. I expect to be here and
He was cloned from Lex and Clark's DNA. That's why he has Lex's memories.
Why?
Oh, jeez. Okay, jeez. Oh, damn. Ooh. Yeah, that's pointless. That's pointless. Bullets won't stop him. Oh. Oh, okay, that's quick. That's quick. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. We go. Oh, that's a cool shot. That is a really cool shot. Yeah. Oh. Damn. Doggo got bites. Doggo got bites. Oh, kryptonite gas. Is it kryptonite gas? Oh, that is good. That is good. Okay. Just regular gas. Okay. That's good. No.
Subject targeted. Firing.
An RPG? I would die for Krypto. I would die for Krypto. No, Krypto, he's actually a beast. Krypto's actually a madman. He's a mad dog.
My name is Eve Watson.
Oh, Eve Watson,
Are you
not
with
Tess
them?
Marker, then Eve Watson.
Who's my other dad?
His name is Lex Luthor. He's very smart and... well, he's very smart.
That's the only quality. His intellect is the only,
People
you know,
don't love
a
him, do
plausible
they?
quality. No, he's just a dick. He's a genocidal asshole. Status?
Fuck Cadmus.
Yeah, fuck Cadmus.
We can either sit here and let them take us, or we can hit the road.
Escape with him. Yeah. He can protect you, and Krypto. Krypto can protect her. Both of them can protect her. Yeah. Take him far out to San Francisco. Yeah.
I have a cabin up at Lake
Look at him.
Kipling.
Look at him.
Nobody knows about it. There's no such thing as a bad scientific experiment. You know, I mean, take nuclear fission. Okay, but sorry, that might be beyond.
Nuclear fission is a form of elemental transmutation in which the nucleus of an atom splits into two or more smaller nuclei. The byproducts include free neutrons, photons in the form of gamma rays, and other nuclear fragments such as alpha and beta particles.
He knows his shit. He knows his shit. I love how Krypto gets progressively taller each time the camera hits him.
I feel like I just...
Some of the things that your fathers knew, you're gonna know too. So
he'll know
nuclear
about
fission
Krypton
is-
then. Clark knew about Krypton.
Is
He'll
that
know
a
about
good thing or a
Krypton.
bad thing? Hey, don't.
He's hurting him.
Just let it go.
Why?
Because I said so.
No, you can't. You have to let him help people. Is he gonna just, thrown him over the car and let her go?
You should have let me help.
You didn't have to do
If
much.
you make a scene, then Cadmus finds us that much faster.
So what? I don't care, and you're not my mom.
You're damn right I'm not.
Yes.
We're gonna throw him through a wall?
Maybe.
Were you gonna kill him?
Oh. Oh, okay, that was loud. That was loud. Yeah, he has a lot to learn. He has a lot to learn. Okay.
I told him he needed to use human genes to stabilize the alien ones.
Ah.
I gave him the idea to use his own DNA to create you.
Yeah, see, even Krypto's warning against it. Even Krypto's against it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Superboy. Don't do it. Okay, if a super dog says not to do something, you don't do it. Oh, the music is amping up. Whoa. Is that a fully grown person? That is. Has a face and everything. Oh, jeez.
I know what I am now.
What are you? Connor, what are you? Connor? Don't choke her! Don't kill her! Connor, no!
I heard someone howling in pain. It was
Krypto?
Krypto. They were
Krypto.
experimenting on him.
Man, no one hurts our good
I wanted
boy.
to make it stop.
No one hurts our
When
good
those
boy.
men from Cadmus tried to capture you last night, why did you kill them?
They were hurting the old man.
Yeah.
He was helpless. It wasn't fair.
He's a good person. He helps the innocent.
You're not a monster.
Yeah. He
You're a
defends people.
person.
This time, we're doing it my way.
Wait, what? Oh, kryptonite bullets. Kryptonite bullets or darts or whatever. Oh no, Mercy's prepared. Mercy's prepped. Whoa. Oh, that's the ledge. Jason! Jason, yeah, Jason. There we go, there we go. Oh, he's jumping. He's a jumping. There we go. He caught him. He caught him. He caught him.
I don't know how to thank you.
I'm just glad I could help.
Oh no, oh no. Oh jeez, no, Connor.
This guy saved my life.
And now Mercy just shot him. Mercy Graves just shot him. Krypto! Krypto! Krypto, they got my good boy. Who got my good boy? They've hurt my Krypto. For this they shall pay. Okay, yeah, that was also fun. That was also fun. So it did work the way I thought it would. We would get an introduction to Connor through flashbacks and stuff like that first, like some build up, and then it would lead up to Connor saving Jason. So it did happen. He didn't fly though. He didn't actually fly. He jumped a bit around like the Hulk. So I think it makes sense that his powers might not be fully developed yet, or they might not work the exact same way as Superman's. They might be cancelled out a bit because he's half human. So he can super jump. He can jump on the car, and jump on the building, then jump to the skyscraper, jump back and forth like the Hulk. So yeah, he saved Jason. So that did happen. Connor came through and saved Robin. Superboy saved Robin. But yeah, so Connor is a clone. Connor is a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor. So I figured that was the way he'd want to go. Like, so Eve Watson, not Eve Tesmarker, Eve Watson, had a PhD in genetics, and she was an expert on genetics and cloning and all that kind of stuff. So she had a theory that you could use human DNA to kind of bond with the alien DNA and actually make it work, make it stable, and actually make it work without the patients dying. Because we saw back at the San Francisco Cadmus in those test tubes, not in the test tubes, but in those pods were failed experiments, and presumably it was because none of those experiments, none of those cases actually had any human DNA to actually keep them stable. The alien cells cancelled out and they died and stuff. So yeah, so he's not. So he's a clone of Superman, also bonded with Lex Luthor. So, I mean, knowing Lex, the way he'd want to go about that is create someone with Superman's powers, with Clark's powers, but then having the mind of Lex, so the mentality of Lex, create a super him, create a version of him, create someone with the knowledge, like the intellect, the knowledge, and the mind of Lex, and have the powers of Superman. So basically, just like an unbeatable Lex Luthor, So yeah, so he has that knowledge and he has the memories too. I was curious, like how those memories work, because I think we saw a woman in there, and presumably the woman in the flashbacks was actually shouting Clark's name and stuff. So I figured that must have been Lois. It must have been Lois running through the wheat fields and everything. So he had epigenetic memories and epigenetic knowledge too. So knowledge combined from those two host cells actually implanted into this one, into the produced cell. So yeah, so he has both memories of Lex's and Clark's. Lex's memories of being abused by his father, and Clark's memories of running through the wheat field, meeting Lois, or maybe it was Martha, but either way, just seeing a woman. So he had those kind of combined memories that then led him to the Luthor farm. So it was at least in this iteration, in this interpretation, Lex actually lived a few farms up from the Kents. So they were actually basically neighbors. So that's something. But yeah, so then those combined memories then led him to Lex's place, to the Luthor farm, and there he met the father, he met the abusive father, and he kind of got carried away with actually, using his memories to communicate with the guy, and actually said, and started to almost feel like it was actually Lex talking through him. But yeah, so yeah, I think I'm loving Connor so far. I'm actually this was pretty much an introduction, and it was I think it was a great way to actually introduce him into this universe and introduce him as a character into this kind of world, this already well established world. So he was a clone created by Cadmus, and Cadmus, I think even like Supergirl, Cadmus was controlled and run by like Lillian with some side help from Lex. So I think in this universe, it's actually run by Lex, and he's got Mercy Graves. We have Mercy Graves, who runs as his kind of second in command. Don't know if her brother Otis is here too, but either way, we have Mercy, and she seems menacing enough. She seems plenty evil and menacing enough, so she is prepped too. She has those. She has the kryptonite darts, kryptonite bullets in her gun, just for safety and stuff. So that's cool. So she's there, and then we have Eve, and then and then we have Krypto. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like at this point, I'm pretty sure that Krypto, my love for Krypto, is on par with my love for Baby Yoda from Mandalorian. I mean, like Baby Yoda has had his own little badass moments, being a baby and all, but Krypto, my boy, caught an RPG in midair and did like a flash, like the Flash. How the Flash once caught like a rocket and then spun it round and fired it right back at the host again. Krypto caught it in midair like it was a freaking frisbee and then just let it fly right back to the guy's thing. He's a beast. He's a beast, and even he used his laser eyes to superheat the guns, the guy's arm, and he took like a pounce onto the guy like a super strength power. So Krypto might actually just be like an original Kryptonian. I don't think Krypto is like a clone of any kind. He's like Superman. He is actually like an original born Kryptonian. That I don't know how he came to Earth, but I can't even remember how he actually came to Earth in the original in the animated series either. I don't know how that happened, but he must have crashed when Superman did. But then they both got separated, or however it happened, and then they got separated, and then Krypto came into their series. So I think Cadmus then had two different Kryptonian kind of subjects. Then they had the one that they created from Superman and Lex Luthor's DNA, which makes you wonder how they got Superman's DNA. Lex would have gladly given his blood or whatever as a sample, but then how would they get Clark's DNA? Unless Lex managed to extract it from battle, extract it from him in battle. Like if he's already had some fights with Lex Luthor. I mean, if he's already had some fights with Superman, and he's already had he's already built himself like his Lexo suit to actually help him and stuff like that. If he's already got all that stuff, then he might have been able to extract him in battle. But I don't know. Either way, they got the DNA. They got the DNA that they actually needed, and they created a clone. And now they also have like a pure-blooded Kryptonian to work on too. And I think I love that story for him. I love that backstory. Like they were experimenting on Krypto. They were hurting him, and he was howling in pain and that's what woke Thingy up. That's what woke Connor up. The Kryptonian side of Connor awoke to the sounds of another Kryptonian animal, human or not. Like it woke him up to the sounds of another Kryptonian in distress. That woke him up, and then he used his abilities to actually bust out, and then just bust his boy Krypto out of there too. So yeah, Krypto is amazing. He's amazing. He's just he's that great kind of companion that Superboy can have, and I'd love to see him and if Gar transforms into a dog too, or if Gar transforms into a tiger and they both just hang out in animal form and stuff. Like that would just be awesome. But Krypto, he's great. Krypto is top notch. So I really look forward to seeing more of him in this season. And seeing where they go. But at the end, like they got their hands on Krypto. Krypto. He was told by Connor to stay there as he saved Jason, and then they actually got their hands on him and they put like a kryptonite collar around him so he couldn't fight back or anything. And they even they shot him in the end anyway. They shot Connor in the end anyway. So they got a couple of good shots. And I think maybe one kryptonite bullet to actually penetrate the skin, and then another regular bullet to do some extra damage. So yeah, but yeah, that was that. But yeah, so now, he's now officially met the Titans. He met them by saving Jason's life, and Jason seemed, pretty chill with that. But at first being like, who the fuck are you? But then being like, well, thanks for saving my life. And then watching as he got shot. So yeah, so now he's met the Titans, and now, again, that's what I want to see. I want to see how the Titans react to and work with having a Kryptonian, or at least half Kryptonian, in their midst, in their ranks, and introducing him to the world and stuff. Like, the Titans will have the back computer will have all sorts of information on both Lex Luthor and on Superman, so he can learn all he wants from there and introduce himself and show off his powers, and he can become a Titan himself. So that would be a really, really cool development to see. But yeah, Superboy being a part of the team, I think in the coming episodes that'll be. I think it's somewhat fair to say. I think even if they do show us any other flashbacks, the only flashbacks we have left to see in the story now might well be what happened to Jericho, because we've had the Titans history with Aqualad. We've had what else have we had? We've had Deathstroke stuff from before then. We've had that. We've had other things, have we? I don't know. I mean, story-wise, like, there's not really much else we're questioning, like, in terms of story and events. Like, you know, we found out how the Titans met Dr. Light and Deathstroke. We find out how that happened. The only other flashback, and like, we've seen what happened to Aqualad and what actually, like, you know, what happened, or at least what one of the things were that shattered the Titans as a team, like Garth's death. And then after that, them actually losing to Deathstroke the first time around. So that battle we might need to see. And then, of course, whatever happened to Jericho. Jericho's dead now, so whatever, however he died, whoever got him killed, we would need to see that. So I think I don't know if I don't know if they would actually spend like an entire episode doing that kind of flashback, or what would happen, or if they do it like Arrow style, where they actually sprinkle it in throughout the episode and have it coincide with what's happening in the present day too. I think that would actually be a pretty decent way to do, because I think they've got Rose within, I don't want to say their custody, but they've got Rose with them now. So I think if they still move forward wondering what to do with her and how to deal with Deathstroke, then it might make sense for them to actually show us through flashbacks, like, you know, how they deal with Deathstroke now compared to how they dealt with him before. Like, before, they used Jericho to get to him, and then whatever happened, that got Jericho killed. So now, you know, in the present day, it might kind of parallel with trying not to do that with Rose, so that they don't get her killed too, or they don't really lose more people. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But I'm glad we've got Superboy having met up with the Titans now, and now they need to get him to a med bay and get that kryptonite bullet out of him. But it's cool that we've got him now. It's very, very, very cool that we've got him. And I liked seeing that Eve actually had some sense of like a moral compass. Like, she worked at Cadmus, sure. She worked on Connor, and she worked on creating him and breeding him and everything. So she sacrificed like years of her life for that. Like Mercy said, like, she had no partner, no pets, no family, like no like life of her own outside of this project. So it was good to see her finally getting to meet Connor, spending some time with him, and not just that, but actually introducing him to the reality of the world, to a world with Cadmus in it. A lot of her teaching was actually showing him, you know, what Cadmus has done, and taking him to that San Francisco lab, especially showing him all those other experiments. Like, you know, that was them actually. You know, I think it's a nice parallel that, you know, the ones that Lex created that failed was because Lex was solely focused on power. Like, that is what Lex's main motive is, to have someone with like, who's exactly like him, but with the power of Superman. So he was focused solely on the power, making sure that they could be as powerful as possible. But then that's too much power for the actual being to have. So that, like, it needed an actual genetic balance. So then she combines the DNA of Superman with him. Superman is a good person. Clark Kent is a good person. Superman is an actual hero. So that kind of, you know, he has epigenetic knowledge and memories too. So he like, you can see in this episode, he has that kind of conflict. Like, you know, he has Lex's memories, but he also has Clark's moral compass, and they kick in. That compass kicks in. Like, you know, when he hears Krypto howling, he jumps into action and kills anyone involved in hurting him. He jumped in when that lady was getting mugged in anyway. Albeit he did ask her for her money afterwards, but he still jumped in when he saw it happening. He saved Lex's father from the other Cadmus agents. He saved him from them. He saved Eve, and all the other stuff happened. So whenever he sees people in trouble, he has like that's when Superman's DNA and Superman's kind of mental, like Superman's mentality in him kicks in. Like, you know, if he sees people in trouble, he wants to help. Like, you know, so like back when the guy was getting the crap kicked out of him in front of the car, he had to walk past because he knew that, you know, he couldn't draw too much attention to himself. That was Eve's teaching. But then, you know, you see a guy in a costume just, you know, dangling out of a skyscraper. You can't really walk past that. You can't really ignore that. So he actually did say, okay, this one time I'll actually help him out and see what's what. So he jumped into action, literally. and then save Jason. So then that happened, and then that put him in the spotlight. The helicopter, like they saw him jumping up and catching Jason in his arms, and then falling back down into the tree again, into the car again. So that didn't help. And then they got Krypto. That's the most heartbreaking ending of the season. Krypto being recaptured by Cadmus with a kryptonite collar and everything. That's been the most heartbreaking ending of the season. But yeah, seeing him come into that conflict is cool. And then I think, I think going forward we'll see him actually using the Bat computer and using the Titans' resources to actually, to actually learn more about who he can be and who he is compared to who he can be. He has the knowledge, the science knowledge that Lex Luthor might have. He has the memories of Lex and Superman Clark. He has the powers of Clark, so he can decide who he wants to be. He can decide to stick with the Titans. He can decide to be a good person and to be a hero. And it makes you wonder, if going forward, how the Titans might treat him. If they might react somewhat oddly or somewhat distantly to having to suddenly having a half human, half Kryptonian among their midst. I wonder if Dick might take him to meet Bruce, because Bruce has a direct connection to Superman. So if he might take him, because I think that would be an off-screen thing. If Dick takes Connor to meet Bruce, and then Bruce takes Connor to meet Clark, that would be an off-screen thing. Because obviously they don't have the budget to bring Superman into the show, so he would then take him to meet Clark, and then Connor could actually meet Clark directly and ask him all the questions he wants and learn from him, and then he'd come back and rejoin the Titans and be Superboy properly. Because I think right now he's not Superboy yet. Because he even said it to Jason. Jason asked him, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "I'm not super sure yet. I'm a super something, but I'm not super sure what that something is just yet." So I think he's definitely in the early days of his identity of working out who he is. All he knows right now is his name. He's Connor. He's Connor Kent. But who he is as an actual Titan, as a hero, as an alter ego, he doesn't know what that is just yet. So his time in the Titans will tell. His time within the Titans will tell exactly what that is. And I want to just see how the other Titans react to him. I want to see how Hank and Dawn react to him, and Donna and Rachel and Gar, and Jason will undoubtedly show huge levels of gratitude. The dude literally jumped hundreds of feet in the air to literally catch him in midair, and then gave his life, took a few bullets for him too. Although he was a target, so I don't know if that would be taking the bullets for him, but still, he saved his life. He saved Jason's life, so Jason would undoubtedly show a lot of gratitude towards him and actually, thank him for it and get to know him maybe, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But a rescue mission is very much in need. The Titans need to help Connor rescue Krypto. They need to help him rescue Krypto, and then they can get the good boy back, and then they can take down Cadmus together. The Titans can take down Cadmus together. So yeah, that can happen, and everyone can live happily ever after. Well, take down Cadmus and Deathstroke, and then everyone can live happily ever after. Great, and then roll around season 3, whatever season 3 brings us. Yeah. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all I've taken down from this episode. It was great to meet Connor. It was great to meet him. The actor seems to be doing a great job so far, really showing him actually adapting to the world and being introduced to this world. Even as Eve was kind of narrating over that scene of him walking down the street, being he's like a sponge. He's taking in everything he sees and hears and smells, and all of his senses are working at once, absorbing all this new information and everything. The way she described that scene paired pretty accurately with how he actually reacted and stuff. I think that was probably my favorite moment. Him realizing he needs money for the shirt, and then walking down the street trying to find out where to get money. Then he sees a lady getting mugged for her money, throws the criminal away, and then he asks her for the money as well. So yeah, that was definitely a nice, neat little parallel. But yeah, just seeing how he reacts to this new world, seeing how he actually fits in and stuff like that, I think was really, really cool. And I think it was just a really great. I think for packing it into the space of an hour at most. I think that's how these Titans episode usually runs. An hour and a half, not an hour and a half, but an hour or 50 minutes or something like that. It's usually how they pack this in. So it ran fairly well. It was a little bit fast paced at times, but it ran fairly well. I think they wanted to show more of how he was actually adapting to this stuff and how he was discovering all sorts of new things, and how his mind was running ahead of his body and everything, and how he was letting his mind take him to wherever he needed to go. So I think it was a pretty neat introduction. It was a neat little introduction, so we will undoubtedly see more of him actually fitting in, and also more of Krypto. I will not forgive this show if anything bad happens to Krypto. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got. That is pretty much all I've got from this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you thought, what you enjoyed and what you didn't enjoy, what you would like to see more of from Connor and from Krypto and the Titans, and how you think the Titans will react to him going forward, and how you think you'll react to the Titans going forward, and any thoughts you have on this episode or this season so far, leave them down below by all means. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got. That was Titans Season 2, Episode 6, titled Connor. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn the like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Titans. Once again, the full-length reaction for this episode will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So, I will see you guys next time.